All right, so we're here with Rob Canciello, and
Jose Zambrano.
okay.
There we go.
And so tell me a little bit about your game, company. We already had an interview. You guys can check that out on our channel from about 2 months ago, talking more in depth with Rob. But yeah, tell me about your game and project and everything you want to tell me.
Well, our game. Sorry, yeah. So our game is called The Take. It's a competitive VR game, local multiplayer. So one player takes the role of a spy who's trying to hide intel in a room and place traps around that room. And the other player is the counter spy, the spy from a rivaling spy agency, who then has to find that piece of hidden intel while avoiding and or disarming the traps.
So it sort of reminds me of Spy versus Spy, right?
It is a spy versus spy
It
thing.
also has like a comedic undertone, so it's going to be quirky, not as serious. It's going to be really fun to play with your friend to try to outwit them. And the rooms are going to be set up with all these hidden things. It's like a stronghold for a spy. So a bunch of hidden compartments, a bunch of stuff to walk around. You can go wild, and it's very replayable because you will not have the same experience every time. And the difficulty is just how good is your friend. It's like, that's how difficult it is, like playing chess with a friend in virtual reality, hiding stuff.
What sort of like weird trap arrangement can you create? And you could have different types of intel that you need to hide. So some are smaller than others, some are more awkward and weird. So you're gonna be challenged each time you play.
How do you think virtual reality sort of enhances this kind of gameplay?
I mean, right now we're using the Vive, but it gives you so much more like flexibility. Like for this, you can actually duck down and reach over, and so it really puts you in the space, especially when you're like trying to disarm a trap or hide something like underneath a cushion. It gives you so much more flexibility.
Also, the game is time-based, so you only have a limited amount of time to do it. So that kind of rush of hiding something and moving stuff around, you only get when you're physically doing it. We don't want anyone on a computer like macroing all their keyboards to be like, this is how I move around the room. And now in virtual reality, you get to like sweat it out for real and like feel the intensity of trying to find the object.
Right, and not just bash stuff around. Like you got to be precise so you don't activate a trap or something like that.
Do you find that virtual reality works works best maybe even when a character is just in a room or a confined space like this?
I wouldn't necessarily say it works better in a confined space to an open environment. We aim for the confined space given our design of the game is hiding stuff. But I've seen some titles work out in like open environments, and virtual reality is just good for immersion. If you're trying to sell a kind of style of gameplay and you want to do certain kind of immersion, virtual reality is definitely your means to do it. I wouldn't say it's a go tool for every game. You need to know what you want your player to experience, and then it might become your tool to make your game a virtual reality title.
How long has it taken you to develop this so far?
So, good question.
We started pre-production about 2 months ago.
And the actual demo was built in 2 days, so about 48 hours, before this thing. Believe it or not. Yes. So we're showing a playable trailer, like we said, a little PT. But yeah, this thing got built in 48 hours because our team is just like, we worked under pressure and we do a good job, and we really wanted to get for Play NYC to show people what we wanted to show. But we'll be releasing more information and more stuff about our development process if you follow us on Instagram at EOS Interactive. We're doing an open window about the development process, how it goes from an idea, from pre-production to full launch title. So yeah, follow us at EOS Interactive on our Twitter and our Instagram, and you'll learn everything about the game. And our release is set up for next year, early Q1. So,
can anybody download this demo right now, or will you be putting up the playable teaser anywhere, do you think?
Not yet. Reason being because we don't want to kind of give a false impression of what the ultimate goal of the game is going to be. So not just yet. We want to have like a playable build of the game come October. So at one of Playcrafting's demo nights or expo nights, the next one you should definitely be able to play it at least.
And how many people are on your team? Is it just you two or
No,
more?
it is certainly not just us.
it's about 7, and we're all labeled in the shirt.
Yeah, so like 5 to 7 people. Each person is like a different role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, anything else you'd like to pitch? Some of your past projects or anything?
No,
pretty
really.
good.
Just definitely give us a follow on Instagram or Facebook, or the Instagram or the Twitter. And The Take is not our only project that we have on our hands right now. We're also going to be releasing other projects up to the media later on. And feel free to keep in touch. We want to show people what happens in the studio, how games are made, and also hopefully they'll have fun with our titles.
And you should be able to see like our development process on Instagram especially, and Twitter, but also sneak peeks of our upcoming projects through those.
All right, I'm looking forward to playing it. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right.